If I'm not mistaken, you must be the daughter of our adroit head nurse, Mrs. Beaumaris. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's my mum.
And so, who are you?
I'm her daughter.
Your name, girl?
Oh, Casey. I'm Casey.
Casey, pleasure to meet you. Please, come in. Take a seat. Now, my dear, I don't want you to think I'm being rude, but you have, in fact, caught me right before an important appointment. We must remember that the work is the point. There's no end to it. This brings us back to Camus' assertion that the struggle itself is enough to fill a man's heart. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Though each of life's labours may at times feel like pushing that great rock up that unforgiving hill, we can always find a purpose. And when we find that purpose, we find true...
Have you ever tried pushing a rock up a hill?
Mrs. Fitzgerald, you're exactly on time.
You sound surprised.
Not at all, not at all. Just admiring a virtue. This is fortuitous, young Casey. Mrs. Fitzgerald and I will be conducting an interview. This is an opportune moment for you to gain a foundation in the process of interview technique.
So this is for your book, yeah?
Yes.
Which chapter will I be featured in? I've got some gorgeous glosses of myself in younger years that you can include for a small fee, of course. In fact, what's the book about again?
What makes a good life? What insights do I, at the end of my career, have to offer? That's what I've been reflecting on, and my reflections have led me to think about this ship, and about the immense vision of Felix Pettigrew, my long-time mentee. This ship is an excellent... Oh, what am I doing? This is great stuff. I'll turn the recorder on now, if you don't mind.
Please.
This mighty ship, mighty vessel, is an excellent case study of the extent of man's power, our huge potential to manifest new realities from our imaginations, from our dreams.
The ship is an excellent case study.
You agree?
Of the immense gulf between the ambitions of great men and the incompetence of the fools they must rely on.
It could well have gone belly up. You're quite right, but luckily...
You mustn't mistake my meaning. That Mr. Pettigrew is a saint for what he's doing, and this facility, if it was run according to his vision, would be a paradise. But that is not the case. Do you want to know the last time I was able to stand up for longer than 15 seconds? And if it's not the drafts, it's the staff! Taking their sweet time lolling about, dropping by when they feel like it. And on top of all this, Mr. Avery, on top of all this, it's the pain! No one will give me what I need for the pain.
Yes, that's another thing perhaps to credit Felix and his staff on. Their professionalism, their adherence to professional, we're not all doped up, all just put on medication and shut up and forgotten.
Oh, I wish I was.
Now, Mrs. Fitzgerald, I don't think so. They're really...
That would be a relief, wouldn't it?
I'm sure I don't know.
I'm sure you do, you old devil.
Now, Casey, my young protege, this is a very interesting moment for you to witness. At this juncture, it becomes critical to give the interviewee the space and privacy with which they can truly speak their mind.
Oh, I'm quite happy speaking my mind. I don't care who...
So, I'm afraid the time has come for me to ask you to step outside and give Mrs. Fitzgerald her space, just until the interview is concluded. So, whilst you're happy with some aspects of life aboard the ship,
catch what I'm saying? I'm in pain, Mr.
I hope you are okay. I'm sad that... It's a shame that... Dear Joni, I was sorry to hear you'd gone. I don't know why I was shocked. You always said you were going to leave. You timed it well, too. The hospital is in chaos. You were right about the inspection. It's driven everyone cuckoo. The new nurse is settling in well. She's funny. We get along well. But I miss you. We miss you. Okay. That's probably it. I'm gonna give this to your mum. Hopefully she'll have a way to get it to you. Hopefully she won't open it, because... Warm regards.
There you go. Hello?
Hello. If you're just joining us, welcome to the morning report. After returning from Jakarta, the Prime Minister has ordered the seizure of a two-way radio link between East Timor and Australia,
I sense
which
your
has been
presence.
determined to be an illegal operation.
I
The
acknowledge
radio link was
you.
reportedly being operated
And as
by
I've
members
told
and
you, I
supporters of
am a
Fred
willing
the
agent of your still
Revolutionary
living
Front for an
spirit.
independent East Timor
I
had
know
operated
you're
for a
there, you
telephone
old
outpost
git.
radio service near Darwin. The leader of the
Yeah,
opposition
listen,
has been
I
critical
know
of the
you're
move,
here.
saying that the government's
You
support
tried
of the
to reach me
dictatorial
yesterday,
regime is
and
showing
you're
in
reaching
its
out again
actions here in
today.
Australia.
I am
However,
here to
investigations
listen.
of supporters from Fredlin in Australia
I
have uncovered a
accept
suggestion of
any
links to the
apologies
Communist Party
you are
and
trying to
movement.
make regarding
The
your
Canadian
ignorance in
government
life.
has announced Operation Morning
You
Light.
never trusted
Its effort
in
to
my
recover
relationship with the
radioactive material
spirits.
from the destroyed
But-
Soviet satellite,
Well,
whose
here we are.
radioactive debris fell onto
Old
an as yet
friends.
unknown area of Canada. Since the satellite entered orbit and disintegrated earlier this week, the Canadian authorities, with assistance from the United States military, have begun a sweep.
Shh.
Fallen,
You can stick
which is
around
estimated to cover
and
over
sit
30
down
million acres.
and keep quiet.
The Soviet government has repeatedly denied foul play and has now announced that the operation will be fruitless, as the satellite completely disintegrated upon entering Earth's orbit. There is as yet no confirmation on the Soviet Union's use of the satellite and the composition of the satellite itself, including how much radioactive material it was made up of. Hikers on Mount Wellington were witness to a thrilling rescue attempt as
Mr. Bruce, Miss Hummel, time for... Where's Miss Hummel?